Good afternoon, fellow students. My name is Talal and today I'll be speaking about the Salvation Army, which I volunteered at. According to their website, the Salvation Army has been serving Texans since 1889. The amount of people they have helped over the years is tremendous, over 36 million people. I'll be speaking about who they are and what they do, my volunteer time and what I did there, and last, what I think that should be changed in the future. The Salvation Army has been in existence many years before opening their first branch in Texas, which was in 1889. They offer many programs that help that are in need, such as people that are drug users, or that have been in violent relationships, or that lack housing or food. The branch in Austin specifically has housing for ladies and serves meals during the days for people that need food assistance. They have a small bedroom area and makeshift beds in the hallways for other people to accommodate their needs. The meals that are served there were through a cafeteria that was cooked freshly by cooks that were there on the job, and the cooking seemed to be very good food. Also, they offer one complete outfit for any person that needs one. Although that closet that offers that dress code was in terrible shape and required cleaning and reorganizing, as the clothes there were thrown around everywhere, and it seemed like no one paid attention to that closet nor gave it any care. A week ago, I went to volunteer at the last minute at a place that my friend went to earlier and was allowed to enter without having to go through a long process. So the volunteering process begins. I entered and spoke to the manager there, and he told me to start off by tidying up the closet, which was a dreadful task. There were so many clothes and sizes that really had to be put in order, and I barely managed to sort just one shelf because the clothes there were just like in piles, and you had to go through the piles for kids, women, men, and it was just bad. So that lasted for about an hour and a half, and then I was told to hurry back down as the food service was going to commence. I was told I'd be handling the sign-ins and handing them tickets to enter the cafeteria. I met so many people, and I must say it was an experience with my patience. Especially when I was trying to hold my laugh because someone actually wrote his name as President Roosevelt as his sign-in name. And during that half an hour, 1 hour while I was signing in people, I met drunk people that were in terrible shape, and like you get to build a bond with people and talk to them and know a little bit about them, and it's a really humbling experience when you do that. After that was done, which as I said took me about an hour to an hour and a half, we went to the cafeteria to clean up and tidy up after the next bunch of people that entered, with cards rather than tickets. They were the people that lived in the Austin Salvation Army and had specifically cards made tailored to them to enter the food court after that happened. The process of cleaning the tables lasted for the next 2 hours as there were more people entering to eat, and basically it was in waves. The first wave were random people, and then it was the people in the housing, and after that it was the employees, volunteers, and the cooks that were eating. And for my last thing that I would like to see change in the Austin Salvation Army, I hope that it gets more donations and volunteers, as they seem to be in dire need of that. The situation there was very unorganized in my opinion, and I feel that there should be more organization as well as more funding to increase the size of the location. The building was very small, and I felt they crammed everything there, and they really needed more space to allow more people to be served in the future and to have more amenities and whatnot to basically provide for people that are in need. And to the point of the lack of volunteers, it's very clear that they have no volunteers, because there was so many stations that had to be tidied up and cleaned, and it just seemed that no one went through that closet or through that hallway or wherever just to give it a little bit of attention, a little bit of care to make it a better place for the people that are being there. And obviously the management and the office employees barely have time to catch up with what they have to deal with, because they really have to be 100% with the people that are there, because people have a lot of problems and require the assistance hand-on. In conclusion, I spoke about the Salvation Army and when they started in Texas, my volunteer work and what I did there during my 4 hours spent. And last, what I think is required to change the Salvation Army in ways such as donations and more volunteer work. Thank you. I hope I have convinced you to volunteer at the Salvation Army and experience something that forever will change your life and humble you. Thank you.